Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. Today we're talking about swing direction. And we're going to look at a clip here of Mookie Betts. Somebody recently sent me this video, and it's a really, really good view. And we've been talking to our hitters a lot recently about swing direction, so I wanted to spend some time talk to you about why it's important, what it is, how we can improve our swing direction. So, first, let's talk about what is swing direction. Okay, it's pretty simple. It's the direction of your swing. So when you're looking at swings, a lot of times people talk about, is your barrel working up through the ball, down through the ball, right? And that's a part of bat path. But swing direction, the other part of path is direction. And so by direction, I just mean, how is it working through the hitting zone? Not so much is it working up or down, but are we working through the hitting zone this way? Are we working across the hitting zone that way, right? You can work all different ways. So it's not just, again, it's not just slightly up or down through the ball or level, but it's also, again, what direction are we working through the hitting zone, okay? So first, in my opinion, when you watch really, really good hitters, you're going to see them work from in to out. Okay, so everything's going to work from in to out. And that's what you're going to see with most really, really good hitters. Now, you've probably heard of hands inside the ball, right? That's a phrase that's been around baseball for a really, really long time. I think some people, the concept of it is not entirely correct. Some people will show you how to be inside the ball and they don't do it the right way. But the idea of the swing working in to out, being inside, is correct, okay? The opposite of that, what I see a lot of players do, and this is a big problem with players, is they work out to in. So they get outside, and then they're going to cut across the zone that way. And for a lefty, it's going to be the opposite. So now their barrel isn't going to cover the hitting zone. So those hitters have a really hard time with a bunch of things. The first thing is they have a hard time hitting the outside pitch or driving the ball away because their barrel is always working to the left. And so if I'm working this way and I want to drive a ball that way, that's very difficult to do, right? Hitters that work in from out or out to in, however you want to say it, those hitters hit a lot of balls to the left side, a lot of ground balls typically to the third baseman, rollovers, and then flares to the right side. So if you're a hitter that's hitting a lot of pop-ups to the right side, if you're a righty, and you're hitting a lot of pop-ups to first and second and shallow right field, and you're also hitting a lot of balls to third base and shortstop that aren't struck really well, well then your path is probably in from out, or out to in, again, however you want to say it. Okay? And so that is a big problem with a lot of hitters. Now, when you are inside and you're working in to out, well now I'm able to cover the entire hitting area. I can let my hands out or let the barrel out if I want to. So if the ball's away and I'm attacking from the inside, well then I can just let the hands out, let the barrel out, and I can drive a ball to right center. If the ball's middle, well then I'm attacking it from the inside, and so I can hit it to the middle. And if the ball would be way inside here, well I'm inside. I'm attacking from the inside, so I can stay in, and then I can pull the ball. So a path that is from the inside can get me to the away pitch, to the middle pitch, or to the in pitch, okay? But a swing that is from the outside in can't get me to the away pitch. I can't drive it. And sometimes it can't even get me to the middle pitch. It'll get me to the in pitch. But the thing is, it's hard for me to keep that ball fair. And it's hard for me to put good spin on it. I get a lot of that top spin, that rollover spin, because I'm around the ball all the time. Okay? So think about where your balls go when you hit, right? Like I said, if you have a tough time putting good spin on the ball and you're hitting a lot of flares this way and a lot of hook spin that way, you're probably working from the outside in, okay? Now, how do we get to the inside? How do I get my path to work from in to out? Well, for me, it is not and we've shown this in a few videos, it is not a just push my hands across my chest and try to get them to the ball. It's not a take my knob inside and down to the ball. That's going to cause you to have a very pushy swing, an upper body dominated swing, which is not going to have any bat speed. And you actually are still going to probably cut across the zone, and you're probably not going to be able to turn your barrel up into the ball. So how do hitters do it? Well, if you've seen our videos on tilt, right, my upper body, instead of just turning to the left, right, I'm not going to just turn to the left. What a lot of hitters do, they do two things. One, they take their upper body and they just rotate. They just turn their left shoulder to the left. And when that happens, their hands get away from their body. And when I get away from my body and I get out here, well, now all I have left to do is work from out to in. And then I'm across the ball, right? So if you're very dominant with your upper body, you turn really hard, you rotate really hard, your left shoulder comes pulling out this way. You know, you hear it all the time, hey, stay on the ball, stay on the ball. You're pulling off the ball. It's a huge problem with hitters. Then you're going to be probably across the hitting zone, okay? Now, again, the answer to this is not to just keep your left shoulder there and then just push your hands down into the ball, because that's not going to create any bat speed. So what happens is the hitter tilts. So one, their upper body, you can see right here as his leg down here is starting to turn, right? So there it goes. Watch the stripe on the pant. It's going to start to turn. When that is turning this way, notice how the left shoulder isn't just turning out, but it's working up and back, right? So it's not just his hands pushing taking the knob down to the ball or pushing towards the ball. His upper body is working back. And the other thing is, this rear arm is working under, and the lead arm is starting to work up. So we've talked before about this triangle right here. And again, you can call this any shape you want. I've had lots of hitting coaches over the years call it a circle. They've called it a box or a square. I just call it a triangle because I think about both arms and across the chest. I'm going to turn that triangle deep. My rear arm's going to work under. My lead arm's going to work up. The knob is going to start to turn up, right? So you can see the knob starting to turn up here. It's not going straight down to the ball. It's turning up. And when you have the combination of your upper body working back, not to the left, but working back, and you start to turn that triangle, circle, box, square, whatever you want to call it, you start turning that and getting palm up, palm down. Now look at how the barrel works from the inside. And so again, now I can adjust to different pitch locations. I'm in the zone for a longer period of time, so my timing doesn't have to be as perfect. But this is how I adjust again to out, middle, in. I can hit all areas of the hitting zone. Right? And so right here, again, if you just look at this angle right here, because he's not just rotating and turning to the left, but he's tilting back, well, this tilt over the plate is really pronounced. If you're a hitter that you don't have this, if your left shoulder goes like this, well, then your right shoulder is going to go this way. It's going to stay up and it's going to go that way. And when you get here, your shoulders are going to be very level and your barrel is going to go straight across the zone that way. Okay? That's what I see from a lot of young hitters and a lot of struggling hitters. And a lot of hitters are yelled at and told, you got to keep your shoulder up, right? Well, if I tilt back, I'm going to be in, my shoulders are going to look like this. My upper body's going to look like this. I'm going to be over the plate. And now I'm going to be able to stay inside the ball properly. So I'm going to be able to drive the ball. I'm going to be able to turn my barrel slightly up into the ball. And I'm going to have really good direction through the hitting zone. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, just a really cool clip here of Betts. And these are always great angles, as a hitting coach. I like to watch hitters a lot from the side, looking at them this way. But then I also like to go behind and watch this angle, because you can really see swing direction from this angle. And you can see if a hitter's constantly cutting across the zone and working out to in instead of in to out from that angle. All right? So hopefully that makes sense and helps you guys out. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video with all your friends. Give it a thumbs up. I don't know if I said that already, but I appreciate you watching. Take care.